What if you could create a whole week's worth of AI shorts in a single sitting? Well, with today's artificial intelligence, that is actually possible.
So you just got thrown out of a plane. No parachute. 60 seconds until impact. You spread your body flat. Then you spot a lake. You think water will cushion the landing. It won't. At terminal velocity, 120 miles per hour, water hits like concrete. That lake just killed you. Skip the water, skip the open ground. Aim for the densest forest you can find. Trees are your only friend right now. The branches snap under you, each one absorbing impact, slowing you down layer by layer. It's going to hurt, but you walk away.
And in this video, I'll show you exactly how you can do it. I'll also give you a system you can reuse for creating shorts and batches with different channels. And the whole thing runs inside Higgsfield as one workflow. But there are two small settings you need to adjust before generating anything. To start, I'll head over to Higgsfield. And by the way, there's a link in the description if you want to follow along. Once you're in, you'll see an option called Supercomputer up in the top menu bar. So I'll click into that. Supercomputer is an AI agent built into Higgsfield for content work. When you give it something to work on, it breaks the whole job into multiple steps. It assigns each step to the AI model that's best for it, then connects them all into one workflow. For example, one model handles the writing, another one the voiceover, and a completely different one for the video. On top of that, it keeps everything in memory across the whole chat, so it doesn't lose track of what you're building halfway through. And that's a big reason it hallucinates way less than a normal chatbot. Now, about those two settings, the first is the AI mode, and I'll switch it up to Smart mode. Smart mode runs the workflow on the strongest models out there, such as the latest Claude and GPT. Efficient mode is the faster, cheaper option, and it's completely fine for a single generation. But everything I'm about to make runs as one complex, multi-step workflow. And on the cheaper model, the quality drops off as the workflow gets longer. Since every step here depends directly on the one before it, that drop in quality is not something we want. The second setting is the run mode, and I'll keep it on approve before generation rather than auto run without approval. That last one matters more than you'd think, because as the workflow runs, it might generate something wrong, or something we just don't want. And if this setting isn't on, it won't stop to check with us. It'll just keep burning credits, and fixing all of those mistakes later gets expensive. But with it turned on, before each step, it shows me exactly what it's about to make and how many credits it'll cost. Nothing runs until I approve it, so I can catch any mistake while it's still manageable to fix. Once those are set, I'll paste in this first prompt. It's the most important part of the whole workflow because it turns one chat into a repeatable system for mass-producing YouTube shorts. And now the workflow is ready to get going. The only problem is that the AI still doesn't have any content to create shorts from. So the next thing I need to do is give it a YouTube channel to work from, and how I give it those resources directly influences how good the end result will be. And as you can see, the AI has already asked me for the channel materials, the titles of those shorts, any scripts that I have, and screenshots of the visual style. Now, some people would be tempted to just give it the titles, but that's the worst way to do it, because a couple of titles only tell the AI what the videos are about, not how the channel actually makes them. Giving it the full script is what teaches the AI the real formula, such as the length, the pacing, and how the hook and story connect. And the reason that works comes down to how these models actually learn, which happen to be proper full examples, not just short descriptions. If you give it a few real scripts, it internalizes the channel's whole pattern on its own, then reproduces it. So I'll grab those scripts with a free tool called YouTube 2 Transcript. I'll just paste in the link to one of their shorts, hit Get Free Transcript, and copy the whole thing in one click. I'll do that for a few of their strongest shorts. And most importantly, I'll be grabbing more than just one, because a single script could have been a fluke that happened to do well. A handful of their best shorts lets the AI spot what's consistent across all of them, which is the real formula, instead of copying one lucky hit. Then I'll drop it all into Supercomputer in one go. After I hit send, it gives me 10 video ideas that follow the format of the channel I gave it, and all of them are original. A few of them are kind of useless, so I'll just ignore those and pick the best ones I like. Another good thing is that none of these are copies of videos that already exist on the channel. They're fresh ideas in the channel's proven format, so I'm just copying what works, not just re-uploading the same content. And copying a proven format is far safer than inventing one, because the structure has already been tested on a real audience. You're not gambling on whether the format works, only on the new idea inside it, which skips all the trial and error of figuring out what lands. So now the AI has all the inputs it needs to make good videos in the channel's style. It's also handed me some solid ideas, but ideas on their own aren't videos yet, and that's exactly what we start building in the next part. So I'll go with the first idea on the list, surviving a fall out of a plane. And turning it into a video happens in 2 stages. The first stage is the character. The fastest way to make a video look like it was obviously created with AI is to let the faces of your characters change between scenes. And it happens more than people think, because each video is generated separately, so the face comes out a little different every time. Until a few videos in, it's basically a different person. On top of that, your brain registers a face in under 1/10 of a second, so even the smallest change between shots feels like a fake one right away. So the first thing Supercomputer does is generate a single locked-in character for the whole video. As you can see, our avatar looks pretty good, so I'll go with this one. The best part is, it uses that same character in every panel, every shot, and every other video I make after this. And reusing the same character does more than keep things consistent. It slowly becomes recognizable. The more shorts you post with the same face, the more people know it on site, and that's how a faceless AI channel builds an identity people actually remember and come back for. The second stage is the storyboard, and this is where we plan the whole video before we generate it. Using that reference character, the AI builds the storyboards. For this idea, it builds 2 of them, one for the wrong way, diving into the ocean, and one for the right way, aiming for the forest. You can see it's mapped out exactly how each scene will play out. It lays each video out as a grid of panels, where every panel is one shot made as a still image. This way, the model has a clear start and end point for each scene, so it's not just guessing, and the results come out much better. Another plus is that if anything feels off, I can fix it right here, just by telling it what's wrong. It's way cheaper than redoing it all over after the videos are already generated. Fixing it here is cheap because every stage after this multiplies the cost of a mistake. A wrong panel now is 1 image to redo, but the same mistake caught after animation and voiceover means redoing all of that work too. So on the second board, I think it'll look better if he goes in head first instead of body first. And as you can see, it rebuilt only that one panel and left the rest of the board exactly the same. So now I've got the whole plan laid out scene by scene. And the next part is where we actually start executing the plan. So the first thing it does is turn those storyboards into actual moving videos. And after that, it also handles the voiceover. It animates each board into its own video, one for the wrong way and one for the right way. And I think it captured the channel's animation style nicely, and these came out really good. Once I approve both videos, I'll tell the AI the video looks good, and next create the voiceover for them. It generates the voiceover right inside the same chat, so there's no need for a separate voice tool. Now comes the last step, putting it all together. So I'll tell the AI to stitch the videos and the voiceover into one video and add some background music. And another plus point is that the captions get generated automatically across the whole video, and that matters more than it sounds, because most short form gets watched on mute, so the captions are usually the only thing keeping someone watching to the end.
So you just got thrown out of a plane. No parachute. 60 seconds until impact. You spread your body flat. Then you spot a lake. You think water will cushion the landing. It won't. At terminal velocity, 120 miles per hour, water hits like concrete. That lake just killed you. Skip the water, skip the open ground. Aim for the densest forest you can find. Trees are your only friend right now. The branches snap under you, each one absorbing impact, slowing you down layer by layer. It's going to hurt, but you walk away.
The video came out pretty good, with the background music, the captions, and the narration all in place. It's a very decent result, considering what it took to make. And what makes this fast enough to do every day is that the whole workflow happens in one chat. There's nothing to download, drag into a separate editor, or sync up by hand. And because the prompt we set earlier made everything vertical from the start, the video exports at exactly that size. Generating vertical from the start matters more than it sounds, because the framing is built for the format. You're not cropping the sides off a wide shot and losing half the scene. The subject sits where it should from the first frame, with nothing to reframe later. But that's just one short. The real power of this workflow is mass-producing AI shorts, and I'll show you exactly how to do that next. Once our first short is done, almost every short after it takes close to no work. And what makes this so fast isn't raw speed, it's that the setup only happens once. Feeding the scripts and locking the character were the real work. And every short after reuses all of it, so the effort per video drops to almost nothing as the batch grows, which is the whole reason this is sustainable to do every day. So for the next short, I'll just give it the next idea and tell it to run the same workflow. It reuses the same character and reruns the whole system on its own, and that gives me the second short built the exact same way.
You step into quicksand, and your first instinct is to panic. Don't. Struggling makes it worse. Every movement forces you deeper. The more you fight it, the faster it pulls you down. You'll sink deeper and deeper until the mud reaches your mouth and you choke to death. Instead, stop completely. Slowly lean your entire body backward until you're lying flat on the surface. This spreads your weight and stops the sinking. Wiggle one leg free, then the other. Now you're floating. Crawl to solid ground. Slow wins this one.
It also turned out to be pretty good, almost the same quality as before. From there, it's the same loop every time, and you can start piling up shorts pretty fast. And that's the whole point of mass-producing shorts. Because most of your views end up coming from just a few shorts that go viral, the more you post, the better your odds of making a popular one. And the same setup works for any channel. When I want a different style, I'll open a new chat, paste the same master prompt, and just give it the details of a different channel. And because the system works the same no matter whose channel it is, you're not limited to one. You can run several of your own in different niches at the same time, or point it at channels as a service for other creators, all off the same prompt. That's the fastest way to make AI shorts in bulk, and all of them are ready to post. Every part of this runs inside just one tool, which is Higgsfield. What this system actually fixes is the daily boring grind, and a single batch gives you enough shorts to upload for weeks. So sign up to Higgsfield with my link in the description and batch your first week of shorts today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.